The chapter of the bee. 16. Mecca. In the name of the merciful and compassionate God. God's bidding will come. Seek not then to hasten it on. Celebrated be his praises from what they join with him. He sends down the angels with the Spirit at his bidding upon whom he will of his servants, to say, Give warning that there is no God but me. Me therefore do ye fear. He created the heavens and the earth in truth. Exalted be he above that which they join with him. He created man from a clot. And yet, behold, he is an open opponent. The cattle too have we created for you. In them is warmth and profit, and from them do ye eat. In them is their beauty for you when ye drive them home to rest, and when ye drive them forth to graze. And they bear your heavy burdens to towns which ye could not otherwise reach, except with great wretchedness of soul. Verily, your Lord is kind and merciful, and horses too, and mules and asses, for you to ride upon and for an ornament. He creates also what ye know not of. God's it is to show the path. From it some turn aside, but had he pleased he would have guided you one and all. He it is who sends down water from the sky, whence ye have drink, and whence the trees grow whereby ye feed your flocks. He makes the corn to grow, and the olives, and the palms, and the grapes, and some of every fruit. Verily, in that is a sign unto a people who reflect. And he subjected to you the night and the day, and the sun and the moon, and the stars are subjected to his bidding. Verily, in that are signs to a people who have sense. And what he has produced for you in the earth varying in hue, verily, in that is a sign for a people who are mindful. He it is who has subjected the sea, that ye may eat fresh flesh therefrom. And ye bring forth from it ornaments which ye wear, and thou mayest see the ships cleaving through it, and that ye may search after his grace, and haply ye may give thanks. And he has cast firm mountains on the earth lest it move with you, and rivers and roads, haply ye may be guided, and landmarks, and by the stars too are they guided. Is he who creates like him who creates not? Are they then unmindful? But if ye would number the favors of God, ye cannot count them. Verily, God is forgiving, merciful. God knows what ye keep secret and what ye disclose. And those on whom ye call beside God cannot create anything, for they are themselves created. Dead, not living, nor can they perceive. When shall they be raised? Your God is one God, and those who believe not in the hereafter their hearts are given to denial, and they are big with pride. Without a doubt God knows what ye keep secret and what ye disclose. Verily, he does not love those big with pride. And when it is said to them, What is it that your Lord has sent down? They say, Old folks' tales. Let them bear the burden of their sins entirely on the resurrection day, and some of the burdens of those whom they led astray without knowledge. Aye, an ill burden shall they bear. Those who were before them devised a stratagem, but God brought their building off its foundations, and the roof fell over them, and the torment came to them, from whence they could not perceive. Then on the resurrection day he will put them to shame, and say, Where are your associates whom ye divided into parties about? Those to whom knowledge is brought will say, Verily, disgrace today, and evil are upon the misbelievers. Those whom the angels took away were wronging themselves. Then they offered peace. We have done no evil. Yea, verily, God knows what ye did. Wherefore enter ye the doors of hell, to dwell therein for aye. For ill is the resort of the proud. And it will be said to those who fear God, What is it that your Lord has sent down? They will say, The best. For those who do good, good in this world. But certainly the abode of the next is best, and surely pleasant is the abode of those who fear. Gardens of Eden which they shall enter, beneath them rivers flow. Therein shall they have what they please. Thus does God reward those who fear him. To those whom the angels take off in a goodly state they shall say, Peace be upon you. Enter ye into paradise for that which ye have done. Do they expect other than that the angels should come to take them off, or that thy Lord's bidding should come? Thus did those before them. God did not wrong them, but it was themselves they wronged. And the evil which they had done befell them, and that environed them at which they used to mock. And those who associated others with God said, Had God pleased we had not served aught beside him, neither we nor our fathers. nor had we prohibited aught without him. Thus did those before them. But have messengers aught to do but to deliver their message plainly? We have sent in every nation an apostle to say, Serve ye God and avoid Taggart. And amongst them are some whom God has guided, and amongst them are some for whom error is due. Go ye about then on the earth, and behold how was the end of those who called the apostles liars. If thou art ever so eager for their guidance, verily, God guides not those who go astray, nor have they any helpers. They swear by their most strenuous oath, God will not raise up him who dies. Yea, a promise binding on him true, but most men do not know, to explain to them that which they disputed about, and that those who misbelieved may know that they are liars. We only say unto a thing we wish, be, and it is. But those who fled for God's sake after they were wronged, we will surely establish them in this world with good things. But the hire of the future life is greater, if ye did but know. Those who are patient, and upon their Lord rely, and we have not sent before thee any but men whom we inspire, ask ye those who have the reminder, if ye know not yourselves, with manifest signs and with scriptures. And we have sent down the reminder to thee too, that thou mayest explain to men what has been sent down to them, and haply they may reflect. Are those who were so crafty in evil sure that God will not cleave open the earth with them, or bring them torment from whence they cannot perceive, or seize them in their going to and fro? For they cannot make him helpless, or that he should seize them with a gradual destruction. For verily your Lord is kind, merciful. Do they not regard whatever thing God has created? Its shadow falls on the right or the left, adoring God and shrinking up. Whatever is in the heavens and in the earth, beast or angel, adores God. Nor are they big with pride. They fear their Lord above them, and they do what they are bidden. And God says, Take not to two gods. God is only one. Me then do ye fear. His is what is in the heavens and in the earth. To him is obedience due unceasingly. Other than God then will ye fear? And whatever favors ye have, they are from God. Then, whenever distress touches you, unto him ye turn for succor. Yet, when he removes the distress from you, lo, a party of you join partners with their Lord, that they may disbelieve in what we have brought them and may enjoy, but at length they shall know. And they set aside for what they know not a portion of what we have bestowed upon them. By God, ye shall be questioned concerning that which ye have devised. They make for God daughters. Celebrated be his praise, and for themselves they like them not. When any one of them has tidings of a female child, his face is overclouded and black, and he has to keep back his wrath. He skulks away from the people, for the evil tidings he has heard. Is he to keep it with its disgrace, or to bury it in the dust? Aye, evil is it that they judge. For those who disbelieve in the future life is a similitude of evil, but for God is the loftiest similitude. For he is the mighty, the wise. If God were to punish men for their wrongdoing, he would not leave upon the earth a single beast, but he respites them until a stated time, and when their time comes they cannot put it off an hour, nor can they bring it on. They set down to God what they abhor themselves, and their tongues describe the lie that good is to be theirs. Without a doubt theirs is the fire, for verily, they shall be sent on there. By God, we sent messengers to nations before thee, but Satan made their works seemly to them. For he is their patron today, and for them is grievous woe. We have only sent down to thee the book, that thou mayest explain to them that which they did dispute about, and as a guidance and a mercy to a people who believe. And God sends down water from the sky, and quickens therewith the earth after its death. Verily, in that is a sign to a people who can hear. Verily, ye have in cattle a lesson. We give you to drink from that which is in their bellies, betwixt kime and blood, pure milk, easy to swallow for those who drink. And of the fruit of the palms and the grapes ye take therefrom an intoxicant and a goodly provision. Verily, in that is a sign to a people who have sense. And thy Lord inspired the bee. Take to houses in the mountains, and in the trees, and in the hives they build. Then eat from every fruit, and walk in the beaten paths of thy Lord. There cometh forth from her body a draught varying in hue, in which is a cure for men. Verily, in that are signs unto a people who reflect. God created you, then he will take you to himself. But amongst you are some whom he will thrust into the most decrepit age, so that he may not know aught that once he knew. Verily, God is knowing, powerful. And God has preferred some of you over others in providing for you. But those who have been preferred will not restore their provision to those whom their right hands possess, that they may share equally therein. Is it God's favors they gainsay? And God has made for you from amongst yourselves wives, and has made for you from your wives sons and grandchildren, and has provided you with good things. Is it in vanity that they believe, while for God's favor they are ungrateful? And they serve beside God what cannot control for them any provision from the heavens or the earth, and have no power at all. Do not then strike out parables for God. Verily, God knows, but ye do not know. God has struck out a parable. An owned slave, able to do nothing, and one whom we have provided with a good provision, and who expends therefrom in alms secretly and openly. Shall they be held equal? Praise be to God. Most of them do not know. And God has struck out a parable. 2 men, one of them dumb, able to do nothing, a burden to his lord. Wherever he directs him he comes not with success. Is he to be held equal with him who bids what is just and who is on the right way? God's are the unseen things of the heavens and the earth. Nor is the matter of the hour aught but as the twinkling of an eye, or nigher still. Verily, God is mighty over all. God brings you forth out of the wombs of your mothers knowing naught. And he makes for you hearing and sight and hearts. Haply ye may give thanks. Do they not see the birds subjected in the vault of the sky? None holds them in but God. Verily, in that is a sign unto a people who believe. God made for you in your houses a repose, and made for you of the skins of cattle houses, that ye may find them light, on the day ye move your quarters and the day when ye abide. And from their wool and from their fur, and from their hair come furniture and chattels for a season. And God has made for you, of what he has created, shades, and has made for you shelters in the mountains. And he has made for you shirts to keep you from the heat, and shirts to keep you from each other's violence. Thus does he fulfill his favors towards you. Haply ye yet may be resigned. But if they turn their backs, thine is only to preach thy plain message. They recognize the favors of God, and yet they deny them, for most men are ungrateful. And on the day when we shall send from every nation a witness, then shall those who misbelieve not be allowed to excuse themselves, and they shall not be taken back into favor. And when those who join their partners with God say, Our Lord, these be our partners on whom we used to call beside thee, and they shall proffer them the speech, Verily, ye are liars, and they shall proffer on that day peace unto God, and that which they had devised shall stray away from them. Those who misbelieve and turn folks off God's path, we will add torment to their torment, for that they were evildoers. And on the day when we will raise up in every nation a witness against them from among themselves, and we will bring thee as a witness against these one. For we have sent down to thee a book explaining clearly everything, and a guidance and a mercy and glad tidings to the believers. Verily, God bids you do justice and good, and give to kindred their due, and he forbids you to sin and do wrong and oppress. He admonishes you, haply ye may be mindful. Fulfill God's covenant when ye have covenanted, and break not your oaths after asseverating them, for ye thereby make God your surety. Verily, God knows what ye do. And be not like her who unravels her yarn, fraying it out after she hath spun it close, by taking your oaths for mutual intrigue, because one nation is more numerous than another. God only tries you therewith, but he will make manifest to you on the resurrection day that whereon ye did dispute. But had God pleased, he would have made you one nation. But he leads astray whom he will, and guides whom he will. But ye shall be questioned as to that which ye have done. Take not therefore your oaths for mutual intrigue, lest a foot slip after being planted firmly. And ye taste of evil, for that ye turned folks off the path of God. And for you there be mighty woe. And sell not God's covenant for a little price. With God only is what is better for you, if ye did but know. What ye have is spent, but what God has endures. And we will recompense the patient with their hire for the best deeds they have done. Whoso acts aright, male or female, and is a believer, we will quicken with a goodly life. And we will recompense them with their hire for the best deeds they have done. When thou dost read the Quran, ask refuge with God from Satan the pelted one. Verily, he has no power over those who believe and who upon their Lord rely. His power is only over those who take him for a patron, and over the idolaters. And whenever we change one verse for another, God knows best what he sends down. They say, "Thou art but a forger." Nay, most of them do not know. Say, "The Holy Spirit brought it down from thy Lord in truth, to establish those who believe, and for a guidance and glad tidings to those who are resigned." We knew that they said, "It is only some mortal who teaches him." The tongue of him they lean towards is barbarous, and this is plain Arabic. Verily, those who believe not in God's signs, God will not guide them, and for them is grievous woe. Only they are the forgers of a lie who believe not in God's signs. And these, they are the liars. Whoso disbelieves in God after having believed, unless it be one who is forced and whose heart is quiet in the faith, but whoso expands his breast to misbelieve, on them is wrath from God, and for them is mighty woe. That is because they preferred the love of this world's life to the next. But verily, God guides not the unbelieving people. These are they on whose hearts, and hearing, and eyesight, God has set a stamp, and these, they are the careless. Without a doubt that, in the next life they will be the losers. Then, verily, thy Lord, to those who fled after they had been tried, and then fought strenuously and were patient, verily, thy Lord after that will be forgiving and merciful. On the day every soul will come to wrangle for itself, and every soul shall be paid what it has earned, and they shall not be wronged. God has struck out a parable. A city which was safe and quiet, its provision came to it in plenty from every place, and then it denied God's favors, and God made it feel the clothing of hunger and fear, for that which they had wrought. And there came to them an apostle from amongst themselves, but they called him a liar, and the torment seized them, while yet they were unjust. Eat, then, from what God has provided you with, things lawful and good, and give thanks for the favors of God, if it be him ye serve. He has only forbidden you that which dies of itself, and blood, and the flesh of swine, and that which is devoted to other than God. But he who is forced, neither revolting nor transgressing, it is no sin for him. Verily, God is forgiving and merciful. And say not of the lie your tongues pronounce, "This is lawful and this is unlawful," forging against God a lie. Verily, those who forge against God a lie shall not prosper. A little enjoyment then for them is grievous woe. For those who are Jews we have forbidden what we have narrated to thee before. We did not wrong them, but it was themselves they wronged. Then, verily, thy Lord to those who have done evil in ignorance, and then repented after that and done aright, verily, thy Lord afterwards is forgiving and merciful. Verily, Abraham was a high priest, a Hanif, and was not of the idolaters, thankful for his favors. He chose him, and he guided him unto the right way. And we gave him in this world good things. And verily, in the next he will be among the righteous. Then we inspired thee, follow the faith of Abraham, a Hanif, for he was not of the idolaters. The Sabbath was only made for those who dispute thereon. But verily, thy Lord will judge between them on the resurrection day concerning that whereon they do dispute. Call unto the way of thy Lord with wisdom and goodly warning, and wrangle with them in the kindest way. Verily, thy Lord he knows best who has erred from his way, for he knows best the guided ones. But if ye punish, punish only as ye were punished. But if ye are patient, it is best for those who are patient. Be thou patient then, but thy patience is only in God's hands. Do not grieve about them, and be not in a strait at their craftiness. Verily, God is with those who fear him, and with those who do well. The chapter of the night journey. 17. Mecca. In the name of the merciful and compassionate God. Celebrated be the praises of him who took his servant a journey by night from the sacred mosque to the remote mosque, the precinct of which we have blessed, to show him of our signs. Verily, he both hears and looks. And we gave Moses the book and made it a guidance to the children of Israel. Take ye to no guardian but me, seed of those we bore with Noah in the ark. Verily, he was a thankful servant, and we decreed to the children of Israel in the book, Ye shall verily do evil in the earth twice, and ye shall rise to a great height of pride. And when the threat for the first sin of the two came, we sent over them servants of ours, endued with violence, and they searched inside your houses, and it was an accomplished threat. Then we rallied you once more against them, and aided you with wealth and sons, and made you a numerous band. If ye do well, ye will do well to your own souls, and if ye do ill, it is against them. And when the threat for the last came to harm your faces, and to enter the mosque as they entered it the first time, and to destroy what they had got the upper hand over with utter destruction, it may be that thy Lord will have mercy on you. But if ye return, we will return, and we have made hell a prison for the misbelievers. Verily, this Quran guides to the straightest path, and gives the glad tidings to the believers who do aright that for them is a great hire, and that for those who believe not in the hereafter, we have prepared a mighty woe. Man prays for evil as he prays for good, and man was ever hasty. We made the night and the day two signs, and we blot out the sign of the night and make the sign of the day visible, that ye may seek after plenty from your Lord, and that ye may number the years and the reckoning. And we have detailed everything in detail. And every man's augury have we fastened on his neck. And we will bring forth for him on the resurrection day a book offered to him wide open. Read thy book. Thou art accountant enough against thyself today. He who accepts guidance, accepts it only for his own soul, and he who errs, errs only against it. Nor shall one burdened soul bear the burden of another. Nor would we punish until we had sent an apostle. And when we desired to destroy a city, we bade the opulent ones thereof, and they wrought abomination therein, and its due sentence was pronounced, and we destroyed it with utter destruction. How many generations have we destroyed after Noah? But thy Lord of the sins of his servant is well aware, and sees enough. Whoso is desirous of this life that hastens away, we will hasten on for him therein what we please, for whom we please. Then we will make hell for him to broil in despised and outcast. But whoso desires the next life, and strives for it, and is a believer, their striving shall be gratefully received. To all these and those will we extend the gifts of thy Lord. For the gifts of thy Lord are not restricted. See how we have preferred some of them over others, but in the next life are greater degrees and greater preference. Put not with God other gods, or thou wilt sit despised and forsaken. Thy Lord has decreed that ye shall not serve other than him, and kindness to one's parents, whether one or both of them reach old age with thee, and say not to them, Fie! And do not grumble at them, but speak to them a generous speech, and lower to them the wing of humility out of compassion, and say, O Lord, have compassion on them as they brought me up when I was little. Your Lord knows best what is in your souls if ye be righteous, and verily, he is forgiving unto those who come back penitent. And give thy kinsman his due and the poor and the son of the road, and waste not wastefully, for the wasteful were ever the devil's brothers, and the devil is ever ungrateful to his Lord. But if thou dost turn away from them to seek after mercy from thy Lord, which thou hopest for, then speak to them an easy speech. Make not thy hand fettered to thy neck, nor yet spread it out quite open, lest thou shouldst have to sit down blamed and straitened in means. Verily, thy Lord spreads out provision to whomsoever he will, or he doles it out. Verily, he is ever well aware of and sees his servants. And slay not your children for fear of poverty. We will provide for them. Beware, for to slay them is ever a great sin, and draw not near to fornication. Verily, it is ever an abomination, and evil is the way thereof. And slay not the soul that God has forbidden you, except for just cause. For he who is slain unjustly we have given his next of kin authority. Yet let him not exceed in slaying. Verily, he is ever helped. And draw not near to the wealth of the orphan, save to improve it, until he reaches the age of puberty, and fulfill your compacts. Verily, a compact is ever inquired of. And give full measure when ye measure out, and weigh with a right balance. That is better and a fairer determination. And do not pursue that of which thou hast no knowledge. Verily, the hearing, the sight, and the heart, all of these shall be inquired of. And walk not on the earth proudly. Verily, thou canst not cleave the earth, and thou shalt not reach the mountains in height. All this is ever evil in the sight of your Lord and abhorred. That is something of what thy Lord has inspired thee with of wisdom. Do not then put with God other gods, or thou wilt be thrown into hell reproached and outcast. What? Has your Lord chosen to give you sons? And shall he take for himself females from among the angels? Verily, ye are speaking a mighty speech. Now have we turned it in various ways in this Quran, so let them bear in mind, but it will only increase them in aversion. Say, were there with him other gods, as ye say, then would they seek a way against the Lord of the throne. Celebrated be his praises, and exalted be he above what they say with a great exaltation. The seven heavens and the earth celebrate his praises, and all who therein are. Nor is there aught but what celebrates his praise, but ye cannot understand their celebration. Verily, he is clement and forgiving. And when thou readest the Quran, we place between thee and those who believe not in the hereafter a covering veil. And we place covers upon their hearts, lest they should understand, and dullness in their ears. And when thou dost mention in the Quran thy Lord by himself, they turn their backs in aversion. We know best for what they listen when they listen to thee, and when they whisper apart when the wrongdoers say, ye only follow a man enchanted. Behold, how they strike out for you parables, and err, and cannot find the way. They say, what? When we have become bones and rubbish, are we to be raised up a new creature? Say, be ye stones or iron, or a creature, the greatest your breasts can conceive. Then they shall say, who is to restore us? Say, he who originated you at first. And they will wag their heads and say, when will that be? Say, it may, perhaps, be nigh, the day when he shall call on you, and ye shall answer with praise to him, and they will think that they have tarried but a little. And say to my servants that they speak in a kind way. Verily, Satan makes ill will between them. Verily, Satan was ever unto man an open foe. Your Lord knows you best. If he please, he will have mercy upon you, or if he please, he will torment you. But we have not sent thee to take charge of them. And thy Lord best knows who is in the heavens and the earth. We did prefer some of the prophets over the others, and to David did we give the Psalms. Say, call on those whom ye pretend other than God. But they shall not have the power to remove distress from you, nor to turn it off. Those on whom they call, seek themselves for a means of approaching their Lord, to see which of them is nearest, and they hope for his mercy and they fear his torment. Verily, the torment of thy Lord is a thing to beware of. There is no city but we will destroy it before the day of judgment, or torment it with keen torment. That is in the book inscribed. Naught hindered us from sending thee with signs, save that those of your said they were lies. So we gave Thamud the visible she-camel, but they treated her unjustly. For we do not send anyone with signs save to make men fear. And when we said to thee, verily thy Lord encompasses men, and we made the vision which we showed thee only a cause of sedition unto men, and the cursed tree as well. For we will frighten them, but it will only increase them in great rebellion. And when we said to the angels, adore Adam, and they adored, save Iblis, who said, am I to adore one whom thou hast created out of clay? Said he, dost thou see now? This one whom thou hast honored above me, verily, if thou shouldst respite me until the resurrection day, I will of a surety utterly destroy his seed except a few. Said he, begone, and whoso of them follows thee verily, hell is your recompense, an ample recompense. Entice away whomsoever of them thou canst with thy voice, and bear down upon them with thy horse and with thy foot, and share with them in their wealth and their children. And promise them, but Satan promises them naught but deceit. Verily, my servants, thou hast no authority over them. Thy Lord is guardian enough over them. It is your Lord who drives the ships for you in the sea that ye may seek after plenty from him. Verily, he is ever merciful to you. And when distress touches you in the sea, those whom ye call on, except him, stray away from you. But when he has brought you safe to shore, ye turn away. For man is ever ungrateful. Are ye sure that he will not cleave with you the side of the shore, or send against you a heavy sandstorm? Then ye will find no guardian for yourselves. Or are ye sure that he will not send you back therein another time, and send against you a violent wind, and drown you for your misbelief? Then ye will find for yourselves no protector against us. But we have been gracious to the children of Adam, and we have borne them by land and sea, and have provided them with good things, and have preferred them over many that we have created. The day when we will call all men by their high priest, and he whose book is given in his right hand, these shall read their book, nor shall they be wronged a straw. But he who in this life is blind shall be blind in the next too, and err farther from the way. They had well nigh beguiled thee from what we inspired thee with, that thou shouldst forge against us something else, and then they would have taken thee for a friend. And had it not been that we stablished thee, thou wouldst have well nigh leant towards them a little. Then would we have made thee taste of torment both of life and death, then thou wouldst not have found against us any helper. And they well nigh enticed thee away from the land, to turn thee out therefrom. But then they should not have tarried after thee except a little. This is the course of those of our prophets whom we have sent before thee, and thou shalt find no change in our course. Be thou steadfast in prayer from the declining of the sun until the dusk of the night, and the reading of the dawn. Verily, the reading of the dawn is ever testified to. And for the night, watch thou therein as an extra service. It may be that thy Lord will raise thee to a laudable station, and say, O my Lord, make me enter with a just entry, and make me come forth with a just coming forth, and grant me from thee authority to aid, and say, Truth has come and falsehood has vanished. Verily, falsehood is transient. And we will send down of the Quran that which is a healing and a mercy to the believers, but it will only increase the wrongdoers in loss. And when we favor man he turns away and retires aside. But when evil touches him he is ever in despair. Say, everyone acts after his own manner, but your Lord knows best who is most guided in the way. They will ask thee of the Spirit. Say, the Spirit comes at the bidding of my Lord, and ye are given but a little knowledge thereof. If we had wished we would have taken away that with which we have inspired thee. Then thou wouldst have found no guardian against us, unless by a mercy from thy Lord. Verily, his grace towards thee is great. Say, if mankind and jinns united together to bring the like of this Quran, they could not bring the like, though they should back each other up. We have turned about for men in this Quran every parable. But most men refuse to accept it, save ungratefully. And they say, we will by no means believe in thee, until there gush forth for thee a fountain from the earth, or there be made for thee a garden of palms and grapes, and rivers come gushing out amidst them. Or thou make the sky to fall down upon us in pieces, or thou bring us God and the angels before us, or there be made for thee a house of gold, or thou climb up into the heaven, and even then we will not believe in thy climbing there, until thou send down on us a book that we may read. Say, celebrated be the praises of my Lord. Was I aught but a mortal apostle? Naught prohibited men from believing when the guidance came to them, save their saying, God has sent a mortal for an apostle. Say, were there angels on the earth walking in quiet, we had surely sent them an angel as an apostle. Say, God is witness enough between me and you. Verily, he is ever of his servants well aware, and sees. He whom God guides, he is guided indeed. And he whom God leads astray, thou shalt never find patrons for them beside him. And we will gather them upon the resurrection day upon their faces, blind and dumb and deaf. Their resort is hell. Whenever it grows dull we will give them another blaze. That is their reward for that they disbelieved in our signs and said, What, when we are bones and rubbish, shall we then be raised up a new creation? Could they not see that God who created the heavens and the earth is able to create the like of them, and to set for them an appointed time? There is no doubt therein, yet the wrongdoers refuse to accept it, save ungratefully. Say, did ye control the treasuries of the mercy of my Lord? Then ye would hold them through fear of expending. For man is ever niggardly. And we did bring Moses 9 manifest signs. Then asked the children of Israel about, when he came to them, and Pharaoh said to him, Verily I think thee, O Moses, enchanted. He said, Well didst thou know that none sent down these save the Lord of the heavens and the earth as visible signs. And verily I think thee, O Pharaoh, ruined. And he desired to drive them out of the land. But we drowned him and those with him, one and all. And after him we said to the children of Israel, Dwell ye in the land. And when the promise of the hereafter comes to pass, we will bring you in a mixed crowd to judgment. In truth have we sent it down, and in truth has it come down. And we have not sent thee as aught but a herald of glad tidings and a warner. And a Quran which we have divided, that thou mayst read it to mankind leisurely, and we sent it down, sending it down. Say, believe ye therein or believe not. Verily, those who were given the knowledge before it, when it is read to them, fall down upon their beards adoring. And they say, Celebrated be the praises of our Lord. Verily, the promise of our Lord is ever fulfilled. They fall down upon their beards weeping, and it increases their humility. Say, Call on God, or call on the Merciful One. Whichever ye may call on him by, for his are the best of names. And do not say thy prayers openly, nor yet murmur them, but seek a way between these. And say, Praise belongs to God, who has not taken to himself a son, and has not had a partner in his kingdom, nor had a patron against such abasement. And magnify him greatly. The chapter of the cave. 18. Mecca. In the name of the merciful and compassionate God. Praise belongs to God, who sent down to his servant the book, and put no crookedness therein, straight, to give warning of keen violence from him, and to give the glad tidings to the believers, who do what is right, that for them is a goodly reward wherein they shall abide for ever and for aye, and to give warning to those who say, God hath taken to himself a son. They have no knowledge thereof, nor their fathers. A serious word it is that comes forth from their mouths. Verily, they only speak a lie. Haply thou wilt grieve thyself to death for sorrow after them, if they believe not in this new revelation. Verily, we have made what is on the earth an ornament thereof, to try them, which of them is best in works. But verily, we are going to make what is thereon bare soil. Hast thou reckoned that the fellows of the cave and Arakim were a wonder amongst our signs? When the youths resorted to the cave and said, O our Lord, bring us mercy from thee, and dispose for us our affair aright. And we struck their ears with deafness in the cave for a number of years. Then we raised them up again, that we might know which of the two crews could best calculate the time of their tarrying. We will narrate to thee their story in truth. Verily, they were youths who believed in their Lord, and we added to their guidance, and we braced up their hearts, when they stood up and said, Our Lord is the Lord of the heavens and the earth, we will not call upon any god beside him, for then we should have said an extravagant thing. These people of ours have taken to other gods beside him, though they do not bring any manifest authority for them. And who is more unjust than he who forges against God a lie? So when ye have gone apart from them and what they serve other than God, then resort ye to the cave. Our Lord will unfold his mercy to you, and will dispose for you your affair advantageously. And thou mightst have seen the sun when it rose decline from their cave towards the right hand, and when it set leave them on the left hand, while they were in the spacious part thereof. That is one of the signs of God. Whom God guides he is guided indeed, and whom he leads astray thou shalt surely find for him no patron to guide aright. Thou mightst have reckoned them waking though they were sleeping, as we turned them towards the right and towards the left, and their dog spreading out his forepaws on the threshold. Hadst thou come suddenly upon them, thou wouldst surely have turned and fled away from them, and wouldst surely have been filled by them with dread. Thus did we raise them up that they might question each other. Spake a speaker amongst them, How long have ye tarried? They said, We have tarried a day or part of a day. They said, Your Lord knows best your tarrying. So send one of you with this coin of yours to the city, and let him look which of them has purest food, and let him bring you provision thereof, and let him be subtle and not let anyone perceive you. Verily, should they perceive you would stone you, or would force you back again unto their faith, and ye would never prosper then. Thus did we make their people acquainted with their story, that they might know that God's promise is true, and that the hour there is no doubt concerning it. When they disputed amongst themselves concerning their affair and said, Build a building over them, their Lord knows best about them. And those who prevailed in their affair said, We will surely make a mosque over them. They will say, 3, and the 4th of them was their dog. And they will say, 5, and the 6th of them was their dog, guessing at the unseen. And they will say, 7, and the 8th of them was their dog. Say, My Lord knows best the number of them. None knows them but a few. Dispute not therefore concerning them save with a plain disputation, and ask not any one of them concerning them. And never say of anything, Verily, I am going to do that tomorrow, except if God please. And remember thy Lord when thou hast forgotten, and say, It may be that my Lord will guide me to what is nearer to the right than this. They tarried in their cave 300 years and 9 more. Say, God knows best of their tarrying. His are the unseen things of the heavens and the earth he can see. And here, they have no patron beside him, nor does he let anyone share in his judgment. So recite what thou art inspired with of the book of thy Lord. There is no changing his words, nor shalt thou ever find a refuge beside him. And keep thyself patient with those who call upon their Lord morning and evening, desiring his face. Nor let thine eyes be turned from them, desiring the adornment of the life of this world. And obey not him whose heart we have made heedless of remembrance of us, and who follows his lusts, for his affair is ever in advance of the truth. But say, the truth is from your Lord, so let him who will believe, and let him who will disbelieve. Verily, we have prepared for the evildoers a fire, sheets of which shall encompass them. And if they cry for help, they shall be helped with water like molten brass, which shall roast their faces. An ill drink and an evil couch. Verily, those who believe and act aright, verily, we will not waste the hire of him who does good works. These, for them, are gardens of Eden. Beneath them rivers flow. They shall be adorned therein with bracelets of gold, and shall wear green robes of silk and of brocade, reclining therein on thrones. Pleasant is the reward and goodly the couch. Strike out for them a parable. 2 men, for one of whom we made 2 gardens of grapes, and surrounded them with palms, and put corn between the 2. Each of the 2 gardens brought forth its food and did not fail in aught. And we caused a river to gush forth amidst them. And he had fruit, and said unto his fellow, who was his next door neighbor, I am more wealthy than thee and mightier of household. And he went in unto his garden, having wronged himself. Said he, I do not think that this will ever disappear, and I do not think that the hour is imminent. And if even I be sent back unto my Lord, I shall find a better one than it in exchange. Said unto him his fellow, who was his next door neighbor, Thou hast disbelieved in him who created thee from earth, and then from a clot, then fashioned thee a man. But God, he is my Lord, nor will I associate anyone with my Lord. Why couldst thou not have said, when thou didst go into thy garden, What God pleases? There is no power save in God. To look at, I am less than thee in wealth and children. But haply my Lord will give me something better than thy garden, and will send upon it thunderclaps from the sky, and it shall be on the morrow bare slippery soil, or on the morrow its water may be deeply sunk, so that thou canst not get thereat. And his fruits were encompassed, and on the morrow he turned down the palms of his hands for what he had spent thereon, for it was fallen down upon its trellises. And he said, Would that I had never associated anyone with my Lord. And he had not any party to help him beside God, nor was he helped. In such a case the patronage is God's, the true. He is best at rewarding and best at bringing to an issue. Strike out for them, too, a parable of the life of this world. Like water which we send down from the sky, and the vegetation of the earth is mingled therewith. And on the morrow it is dried up, and the winds scatter it. For God is powerful over all. Wealth and children are an adornment of the life of this world. But enduring good works are better with thy Lord, as a recompense, and better as a hope. And the day when we will move the mountains, and thou shalt see the whole earth stalking forth, and we will gather them, and will not leave one of them behind. Then shall they be presented to thy Lord in ranks. Now have ye come to us as we created you at first. Nay, but ye thought that we would never make our promise good. And the book shall be placed, and thou shalt see the sinners in fear of what is in it. And they will say, Alas, for us! What ails this book? It leaves neither small nor great things alone, without numbering them. And they shall find present what they have done, and thy Lord will not wrong anyone. And when we said to the angels, Adore Adam, they adored him, save only Iblis, who was of the jinn, who revolted from the bidding of his Lord. What? Will ye then take him and his seed as patrons, rather than me, when they are foes of yours? Bad for the wrongdoers is the exchange. I did not make them witnesses of the creation of the heavens and the earth, nor of the creation of themselves, nor did I take those who lead astray for my supporters. On the day when he shall say, Call ye my partners whom ye pretend. And they shall call on them, but they shall not answer them. And we will set the veil of perdition between them. And the sinners shall see the fire, and shall think that they are going to fall therein, and shall find no escape therefrom. We have turned about in this Quran for men every parable. But man is ever at most things a caviler. Naught prevented men from believing when the guidance came to them, or from asking pardon of their Lord, except the coming on them of the course of those of yore, or the coming of the torment before their eyes. We sent not prophets save as heralds of glad tidings and as warners. But those who misbelieve wrangle with vain speech to make void the truth therewith, and they take my signs and the warnings given them as a jest. Who is more unjust than he who, being reminded of the signs of his Lord, turns away therefrom, and forgets what his hands have done before? Verily, we will place veils upon their hearts lest they should understand, and dullness in their ears. And if thou shouldst call them to the guidance, they will not be guided then forever. But thy Lord is forgiving, endowed with mercy. Were he to punish them for what they have earned, he would have hastened for them the torment. Nay, rather, they have their appointed time, and shall never find a refuge beside him. These cities we destroyed them when they were unjust, and for their destruction we set an appointed time. And when Moses said to his servant, I will not cease until I reach the confluence of the two seas, or else I will go on for years. But when they reached the confluence of the two, they forgot their fish, and it took its way in the sea with a free course. And when they had passed by, he said to his servant, Bring us our dinners, for we have met with toil from this journey of ours. Said he, What thinkest thou? When we resorted to the rock, then verily, I forgot the fish, but it was only Satan who made me forget it, lest I should remember it. And it took its way in the sea wondrously. Said he, This is what we were searching for. So they turned back upon their footsteps, following them up. Then they found a servant of our servants, to whom we had given mercy from ourselves, and had taught him knowledge from before us. Said Moses to him, Shall I follow thee so that thou mayest teach me, from what thou hast been taught, the right way? Said he, Verily, thou canst never have patience with me. How canst thou be patient in what thou comprehendest no knowledge of? He said, Thou wilt find me, if God will, patient, nor will I rebel against thy bidding. He said, Then, if thou followest me, ask me not about anything until I begin for them the mention of it. So they set out until when they rowed in the bark, he scuttled it. Said he, Hast thou scuttled it to drown its crew? Thou hast produced a strange thing. Said he, Did I not tell thee, verily, thou canst never have patience with me? Said he, Rebuke me not for forgetting, and impose not on me a difficult command. So they set out until they met a boy, and he killed him. And he, Moses, said, Hast thou killed a pure person without his killing a person? Thou hast produced an unheard of thing. Said he, Did I not tell thee, verily, thou canst not have patience with me? Said he, If I ask thee about anything after it, then do not accompany me. Now hast thou arrived at my excuse. So they set out until when they came to the people of a city, and they asked the people thereof for food, but they refused to entertain them. And they found therein a wall which wanted to fall to pieces, and he set it upright. Said Moses, Hadst thou pleased, thou mightst certainly have had a hire for this. Said he, This is the parting between me and thee. I will give thee the interpretation of that with which thou couldst not have patience. As for the bark, it belonged to poor people who toiled on the sea, and I wished to damage it, for behind it was a king who seized on every bark by force. And as for the youth, his parents were believers, and we feared lest he should impose upon them rebellion and misbelief. So we desired that their Lord would give them in exchange a better one than him in purity, and nearer in filial affection. And as for the wall, it belonged to 2 orphan youths in the city, and beneath it was a treasure belonging to them both, and their father was a righteous man, and their Lord desired that they should reach puberty, and then take out their treasure as a mercy from thy Lord, and I did it not on my own bidding. That is the interpretation of what thou couldst not have patience with. And they will ask thee about Duel Karnan, say, I will recite to you a mention of him. Verily, we stablished for him in the earth, and we gave him a way to everything. And he followed a way until when he reached the setting of the sun, he found it setting in a black muddy spring, and he found thereat a people. We said, O Duel Karnan, thou mayest either torment these people or treat them well. Said he, As for him who does wrong, I will torment him, then shall he be sent back to his Lord, and he will torment him with an unheard of torment. But as for him who believes and acts aright, for him is an excellent reward, and we will tell him our easy bidding. Then he followed away until when he reached the rising of the sun, he found it rise upon a people to whom we had given no shelter therefrom. And we comprehended the knowledge of what forces he had with him. Then he followed away until when he reached the point between the two mountains, he found below them both a people who could scarcely understand speech. They said, O Karnan, verily Yagug and Magug are doing evil in the land. Shall we then pay thee tribute, on condition that thou set between us and them a rampart? He said, What my Lord hath established me in is better. So help me with strength, and I will set between you and them a barrier. Bring me pigs of iron until they fill up the space between the two mountain sides. Said he, Blow until it makes it a fire. Said he, Bring me that I may pour over it molten brass. So they could not scale it and they could not tunnel it. Said he, This is a mercy from my Lord. But when the promise of my Lord comes to pass, he will make it as dust, for the promise of my Lord is true. And we left some of them to surge on that day over others, and the trumpet will be blown, and we will gather them together. And we will set forth hell on that day before the misbelievers, whose eyes were veiled from my reminder, and who were unable to hear. What? Did those who misbelieve reckon that they could take my servants for patrons beside me? Verily, we have prepared hell for the misbelievers to alight in. Say, shall we inform you of those who lose most by their works? Those who erred in their endeavors after the life of this world, and who think they are doing good deeds. Those who misbelieve in the signs of their Lord and in meeting him, vain are their works, and we will not give them right weight on the resurrection day. That is their reward, hell, for that they misbelieved and took my signs and my apostles as a mockery. Verily, those who believe and act aright, for them are gardens of paradise to alight in, to dwell therein for aye, and they shall crave no change therefrom. Say, were the sea ink for the words of my Lord, the sea would surely fail before the words of my Lord fail. Aye, though we brought as much ink again. Say, I am only a mortal like yourselves. I am inspired that your God is only one God. Then let him who hopes to meet his Lord act righteous acts, and join none three the service of his Lord. The chapter of Mary. 19. Mecca. In the name of the merciful and compassionate God. K. H. Y. H. Z. The mention of thy Lord's mercy to his servant Zechariah, when he called on his Lord with a secret calling. Said he, My Lord, verily, my bones are weak, and my head flares with hoariness. And I never was unfortunate in my prayers to thee, my Lord, but I fear my heirs after me, and my wife is barren. Then grant me from thee a successor, to be my heir and the heir of the family of Jacob, and make him, my Lord, acceptable. O Zechariah, verily, we give thee glad tidings of a son, whose name shall be John. We never made a namesake of his before. Said he, My Lord, how can I have a son, when my wife is barren, and I have reached through old age to decrepitude? He said, Thus says thy Lord, It is easy for me, for I created thee at first when yet thou wast nothing. Said he, O my Lord, make for me a sign. He said, Thy sign is that thou shalt not speak to men for 3 nights, though sound. Then he went forth unto his people from the chamber, and he made signs to them, Celebrate God's praises morning and evening. O John, take the book with strength. And we gave him judgment when a boy, and grace from us and purity, and he was pious and righteous to his parents, and was not a rebellious tyrant. So peace upon him the day he was born, and the day he died, and the day he shall be raised up alive. And mention in the book Mary, when she retired from her family into an eastern place, and she took a veil to screen herself from them, and we sent unto her our spirit, and he took for her the semblance of a well-made man. Said she, Verily, I take refuge in the merciful one from thee, if thou art pious. Said he, I am only a messenger of thy Lord to bestow on thee a pure boy. Said she, How can I have a boy when no man has touched me, and when I am no harlot? He said, Thus says thy Lord, it is easy for me, and we will make him a sign unto man, and a mercy from us, for it is a decided matter. So she conceived him, and she retired with him into a remote place. And the labor pains came upon her at the trunk of a palm tree, and she said, Oh, that I had died before this, and been forgotten out of mind! And he called to her from beneath her, Grieve not, for thy Lord has placed a stream beneath thy feet, and shake towards thee the trunk of the palm tree, it will drop upon thee fresh dates fit to gather. So eat and drink and cheer thine eye, and if thou shouldst see any mortal say, Verily, I have vowed to the merciful one a fast, and I will not speak today with a human being. Then she brought it to her people, carrying it. Said they, O Mary, thou hast done an extraordinary thing, O sister of Aaron. Thy father was not a bad man, nor was thy mother a harlot. And she pointed to him, and they said, How are we to speak with one who is in the cradle a child? He said, Verily, I am a servant of God. He has brought me the book, and he has made me a prophet, and he has made me blessed wherever I be, and he has required of me prayer and almsgiving so long as I live, and piety towards my mother, and has not made me a miserable tyrant, and peace upon me the day I was born, and the day I die, and the day I shall be raised up alive. That is, Jesus the Son of Mary, by the word of truth whereon ye do dispute. God could not take to himself any son. Celebrated be his praise. When he decrees a matter he only says to it, Be, and it is, and verily God is my Lord and your Lord, so worship him. This is the right way. And the parties have disagreed amongst themselves. But woe to those who disbelieve, from the witnessing of the mighty day. They can hear and they can see, on the day when they shall come to us. But the evildoers are today in obvious error. And warn them of the day of sighing, when the matter is decreed while they are heedless, and while they do not believe. Verily, we will inherit the earth and all who are upon it, and unto us shall they return. And mention in the book Abraham, verily he was a confessor, a prophet, when he said to his father, O my sire, why dost thou worship what can neither hear nor see nor avail thee aught? O my sire, verily to me has come knowledge which has not come to thee. Then follow me, and I will guide thee to a level way. O my sire, serve not Satan. Verily Satan is ever a rebel against the merciful. O my sire, verily, I fear that there may touch thee torment from the merciful, and that thou mayest be a client of Satan. Said he, What, art thou averse from my gods, O Abraham? Verily, if thou dost not desist I will certainly stone thee. But get thee gone from me for a time. Said he, Peace be upon thee. I will ask forgiveness for thee from my Lord. Verily, he is very gracious to me. But I will part from you and what ye call on beside God, and will pray my Lord that I be not unfortunate in my prayer to my Lord. And when he had parted from them and what they served beside God, we granted him Isaac and Jacob, and each of them we made a prophet. And we granted them of our mercy, and we made the tongue of truth lofty for them. And mention in the book Moses, verily he was sincere and was an apostle, a prophet. We called him from the right side of the mountain, and we made him draw nigh unto us to commune with him, and we granted him of our mercy, his brother Aaron as a prophet. And mention in the book Ishmael, verily he was true to his promise and was an apostle, a prophet, and he used to bid his people prayers and almsgiving, and was acceptable in the sight of his Lord. And mention in the book Idris, verily he was a confessor, a prophet, and we raised him to a lofty place. These are those to whom God has been gracious, of the prophets of the seed of Adam, and of those whom we bore with Noah, and of the seed of Abraham and Israel, and of those we guided and elected. When the signs of the merciful are read to them, they fall down adoring and weeping. And successors succeeded them, who lost sight of prayer and followed lusts. But they shall at length find themselves going wrong, except such as repent and believe and act aright. For these shall enter paradise, and shall not be wronged at all, gardens of Eden, which the merciful has promised to his servants in the unseen. Verily, his promise ever comes to pass. They shall hear no empty talk therein, but only peace. And they shall have their provision therein morning and evening. That is paradise which we will give for an inheritance to those of our servants who are pious. We do not descend save at the bidding of thy Lord. His is what is before us, and what is behind us, and what is between those. For thy Lord is never forgetful, the Lord of the heavens and the earth, and of what is between the two. Then serve him and persevere in his service. Dost thou know a namesake of his? Man will say, What? When I have died shall I then come forth alive? Does not man then remember that we created him before when he was not? And by thy Lord, we will surely gather them together, and the devils too. Then we will surely bring them forward around hell on their knees. Then we will drag off from every sect whichever of them has been most bold against the merciful. Then we know best which of them deserves most to be broiled therein. There is not one of you who will not go down to it, that is settled and decided by thy Lord. Then we will save those who fear us, but we will leave the evildoers therein on their knees. And when our signs are recited to them manifest, those who misbelieve say to those who believe, which of the two parties is best placed and in the best company? And how many generations before them have we destroyed who were better off in property and appearance? Say, whosoever is in error, let the merciful extend to him length of days, until they see what they are threatened with, whether it be the torment or whether it be the hour, then they shall know who is worst placed and weakest in forces. And those who are guided God will increase in guidance. And enduring good works are best with thy Lord for a reward, and best for restoration. Hast thou seen him who disbelieves in our signs, and says, I shall surely be given wealth and children? Has he become acquainted with the unseen, or has he taken a compact with the merciful? Not so. We will write down what he says, and we will extend to him a length of torment, and we will make him inherit what he says, and he shall come to us alone. They take other gods besides God to be their glory. Not so. They shall deny their worship and shall be opponents of theirs. Dost thou not see that we have sent the devils against the misbelievers, to drive them on to sin? But be not thou hasty with them. Verily, we will number them a number of days. The day when we will gather the pious to the merciful as ambassadors, and we will drive the sinners to hell like herds to water. They shall not possess intercession, save he who has taken a compact with the merciful. They say, The merciful has taken to himself a son. Ye have brought a monstrous thing. The heavens well nigh burst asunder thereat, and the earth is riven, and the mountains fall down broken, that they attribute to the merciful a son. But it becomes not the merciful to take to himself a son. There is none in the heavens or the earth but comes to the merciful as a servant. He counts them and numbers them by number, and they are all coming to him on the resurrection day singly. Verily, those who believe and act aright, to them the merciful will give love. We have only made it easy for thy tongue that thou mayest thereby give glad tidings to the pious, and warn thereby a contentious people. How many a generation before them have we destroyed? Canst thou find any one of them, or hear a whisper of them? The chapter of Th. 20. Mecca. In the name of the merciful and compassionate God. Th. We have not sent down this Quran to thee that thou shouldst be wretched, only as a reminder to him who fears descending from him who created the earth and the high heavens, the merciful settled on the throne. His are what is in the heavens, and what is in the earth, and what is between the two, and what is beneath the ground. And if thou art public in thy speech yet, verily, he knows the secret and more hidden still. God, there is no God but he. His are the excellent names. Has the story of Moses come to thee? When he saw the fire and said to his family, Tarry ye, verily, I perceive a fire. Haply I may bring you therefrom a brand, or may find guidance by the fire. And when he came to it, he was called to, O Moses, verily, I am thy Lord, so take off thy sandals. Verily, thou art in the holy valley Tuva, and I have chosen thee. So listen to what is inspired thee. Verily, I am God. There is no God but me. Then serve me, and be steadfast in prayer to remember me. Verily, the hour is coming, I almost make it appear, that every soul may be recompensed for its efforts. Let not then him who believes not therein and follows his lusts ever turn thee away therefrom, and thou be ruined. What is that in thy right hand, O Moses? Said he, It is my staff on which I lean. and wherewith I beat down leaves for my flocks, and for which I have other uses. Said he, Throw it down, O Moses! And he threw it down, and behold, it was a snake that moved about. Said he, Take hold of it and fear not, we will restore it to its first state. But press thy hand to thy side, it shall come forth white without harm, another sign, to show thee of our great signs. Go unto Pharaoh, verily he is outrageous. Said he, My lord, expand for me my breast, and make what I am bidden easy to me, and loose the knot from my tongue, that they may understand my speech, and make for me a minister from my people, Aaron my brother. Gird up my loins through him, and join him with me in the affair, that we may celebrate thy praises much and remember thee much. Verily, thou dost ever behold us. He said, Thou art granted thy request, O Moses, and we have already shown favors unto thee at another time, when we inspired thy mother with what we inspired her. Hurl him into the ark, and hurl him into the sea, and the sea shall cast him on the shore, and an enemy of mine and of his shall take him. For on thee have I cast my love, that thou mayest be formed under my eye. When thy sister walked on and said, Shall I guide you to one who will take charge of him? And we restored thee to thy mother, that her eye might be cheered, and that she should not grieve. And thou didst slay a person, and we saved thee from the trouble, and we tried thee with various trials. And thou didst tarry for years amongst the people of Midian. Then thou didst come hither at our decree, O Moses, and I have chosen thee for myself. Go, thou and thy brother, with my signs, and be not remiss in remembering me. Go ye both to Pharaoh. Verily he is outrageous, and speak to him a gentle speech, haply he may be mindful or may fear. They too said, Our Lord, verily, we fear that he may trespass against us, or that he may be outrageous. He said, Fear not. Verily I am with you twain. I hear and see. So come ye to him and say, Verily, we are the apostles of thy Lord. Send then the children of Israel with us, and do not torment them. We have brought thee a sign from thy Lord, and peace be upon him who follows the guidance. Verily, we are inspired that the torment will surely come upon him who calls us liars and turns his back. Said he, And who is your Lord, O Moses? He said, Our Lord is he who gave everything its creation, then guided it. Said he, And what of the former generations? He said, The knowledge of them is with my Lord in a book. My Lord misleads not nor forgets, who made for you the earth a bed, and has traced for you paths therein, and has sent down from the sky water, and we have brought forth thereby divers sorts of different vegetables. Eat and pasture your cattle therefrom. Verily, in that are signs to those endued with intelligence. From it have we created you, and into it will we send you back, and from it will we bring you forth another time. We did show him our signs, all of them, but he called them lies and did refuse. Said he, Hast thou come to us, to turn us out of our land with thy magic, O Moses? Then we will bring you magic like it, and we will make between us and thee an appointment. We will not break it, nor do thou either, a fair place. Said he, Let your appointment be for the day of adornment, and let the people assemble in the forenoon. But Pharaoh turned his back and collected his tricks, and then he came. Said Moses to them, Woe to you! Do not forge against God a lie, lest he destroy you by torment. For disappointed has ever been he who has forged. And they argued their matter among themselves, and secretly talked it over. Said they, These twain are certainly two magicians, who wish to turn you out of your land by their magic, and to remove your most exemplary doctrine. Collect therefore your tricks, and then form a row. For he is prosperous today who has the upper hand. Said they, O Moses, either thou must throw, or we must be the first to throw. He said, Nay, throw ye. And lo, their ropes and their staves appeared to move along. And Moses felt a secret fear within his soul. Said we, Fear not, thou shalt have the upper hand. Throw down what is in thy right hand, and it shall devour what they have made. Verily, what they have made is but a magician's trick, and no magician shall prosper wherever he comes. And the magicians were cast down in adoration. Said they, We believe in the Lord of Aaron and of Moses. Said he, Do ye believe in him before I give you leave? Verily, he is your master who taught you magic. Therefore will I surely cut off your hands and feet on alternate sides, and I will surely crucify you on the trunks of palm trees, and ye shall surely know which of us is keenest at torment and more lasting. Said they, We will never prefer thee to what has come to us of manifest signs, and to him who originated us. Decide then what thou canst decide. Thou canst only decide in the life of this world. Verily, we believe in our Lord, that he may pardon us our sins, and the magic thou hast forced us to use, and God is better and more lasting. Verily, he who comes to his Lord a sinner, verily, for him is hell. He shall not die therein, and shall not live. But he who comes to him a believer who has done aright, these, for them are the highest ranks, gardens of Eden beneath which rivers flow, to dwell therein for aye. For that is the reward of him who keeps pure. And we inspired Moses, Journey by night with my servants, and strike out for them a dry road in the sea. Fear not pursuit, nor be afraid. Then Pharaoh followed them with his armies, and there overwhelmed them of the sea that which overwhelmed them. And Pharaoh and his people went astray and were not guided. O children of Israel, we have saved you from your enemy, and we made an appointment with you on the right side of the mount, and we sent down upon you the manna and the quails. Eat of the good things we have provided you with, and do not exceed therein, lest my wrath light upon you. For whomsoever my wrath lights upon he falls. Yet am I forgiving unto him who repents and believes and does right, and then is guided. But what has hastened thee on away from thy people, O Moses? He said, They were here upon my track, and I hastened on to thee, my Lord, that thou mightest be pleased. Said he, Verily, we have tried thy people, since thou didst leave, and Samari has led them astray. And Moses returned to his people, wrathful, grieving. Said he, O my people, did not your Lord promise you a good promise? Has the time seemed too long for you? Or do you desire that wrath should light on you from your Lord, that ye have broken your promise to me? They said, We have not broken our promise to thee of our own accord. But we were made to carry loads of the ornaments of the people, and we hurled them down, and so did Samari cast. And he brought forth for the people a corporeal calf which lowed. And they said, This is your God and the God of Moses, but he has forgotten. What? Do they not see that it does not return them any speech, and cannot control for them harm or profit? Aaron too told them before, O my people, ye are only being tried thereby, and verily your Lord is the merciful, so follow me and obey my bidding. They said, We will not cease to pay devotion to it until Moses come back to us. Said he, O Aaron, what prevented thee, when thou didst see them go astray, from following me? Hast thou then rebelled against my bidding? Said he, O son of my mother, seize me not by my beard, or my head. Verily, I feared lest thou shouldst say, Thou hast made a division amongst the children of Israel, and hast not observed my word. Said he, What was thy design, O Samari? Said he, I beheld what they beheld not, and I grasped a handful from the footprint of the messenger and cast it. For thus my soul induced me. Said he, Then get thee gone. Verily, it shall be thine in life to say, Touch me not. And verily, for thee there is a threat which thou shalt surely never alter. But look at thy God to which thou wert just now devout. We will surely burn it, and then we will scatter it in scattered pieces in the sea. Your God is only God who, there is no God but he embraceth everything in his knowledge. Thus do we narrate to thee the history of what has gone before, and we have brought thee a reminder from us. Whoso turns therefrom, verily, he shall bear on the resurrection day a burden. For them to bear for aye, and evil for them on the resurrection day will it be to bear. On the day when the trumpet shall be blown, and we will gather the sinners in that day blue-eyed. They shall whisper to each other, Ye have only tarried 10 days. We know best what they say, when the most exemplary of them in his way shall say, Ye have only tarried a day. They will ask thee about the mountains. Say, My Lord will scatter them in scattered pieces, and he will leave them a level plain. Thou wilt see therein no crookedness or inequality. On that day they shall follow the caller in whom is no crookedness, and the voices shall be hushed before the merciful, and thou shalt hear naught but a shuffling. On that day shall no intercession be of any avail, save from such as the merciful permits, and who is acceptable to him in speech. He knows what is before them and what is behind them, but they do not comprehend knowledge of him. Faces shall be humbled before the living, the self-subsistent, and he who bears injustice is ever lost. But he who does righteous acts and is a believer, he shall fear neither wrong nor diminution. Thus have we sent it down an Arabic Quran, and we have turned about in it the threat, haply they may fear, or it may cause them to remember. Exalted then be God, the King, the Truth. Hasten not the Quran before its inspiration is decided for thee, but say, O Lord, increase me in knowledge. We did make a covenant with Adam of yore, but he forgot it, and we found no firm purpose in him. And when we said to the angels, Adore Adam, they adored save Iblis, who refused. And we said, O Adam, verily, this is a foe to thee and to thy wife. Never then let him drive you twain forth from the garden, or thou wilt be wretched. Verily, thou hast not to be hungry there, nor naked, and verily, thou shalt not thirst therein, nor feel the noonday heat. But the devil whispered to him. Said he, O Adam, shall I guide thee to the tree of immortality, and a kingdom that shall not wane? And they eat therefrom, and their shame became apparent to them, and they began to stitch upon themselves some leaves of the garden. And Adam rebelled against his Lord and went astray. Then his Lord chose him, and relented towards him, and guided him. Said he, Go down, ye twain, therefrom altogether, some of you foes to the other. And if there should come to you from me a guidance, then whoso follows my guidance shall neither err nor be wretched. But he who turns away from my reminder, verily, for him shall be a straitened livelihood, and we will gather him on the resurrection day blind. He shall say, My Lord, wherefore hast thou gathered me blind when I used to see? He shall say, Our signs came to thee, and thou didst forget them. Thus today art thou forgotten. Thus do we recompense him who is extravagant and believes not in the signs of his Lord. And the torment of the hereafter is keener and more lasting. Does it not occur to them how many generations we have destroyed before them? They walk in their very dwelling places. Verily, in that are signs to those endued with intelligence. And had it not been for thy Lord's word already past, the punishment would have been inevitable and at an appointed time. Bear patiently then what they say, and celebrate the praises of thy Lord before the rising of the sun, and before its setting, and at times in the night celebrate them. And at the ends of the day, haply thou mayest please him. And do not strain after what we have provided a few of them with the flourish of the life of this world, to try them by. But the provision of thy Lord is better and more lasting. Bid thy people prayer and persevere in it. We do not ask thee to provide. We will provide, and the issue shall be to piety. They say, Unless he bring us a sign from his Lord, what? Has there not come to them the manifest sign of what was in the pages of yore? But had we destroyed them with torment before it, they would have said, Unless thou hadst sent to us an apostle, that we might follow thy signs before we were abased and put to shame. Say, Each one has to wait, so wait ye. But in the end ye shall know who are the fellows of the level way, and who are guided. The chapter of the prophets. 21. Mecca. In the name of the merciful and compassionate God. Their reckoning draws nigh to men, yet in heedlessness they turn aside. No reminder comes to them from their Lord of late, but they listen while they mock, and their hearts make sport thereof. And those who do wrong discourse secretly, saying, Is this man aught but a mortal like yourselves? Will ye accede to magic while ye can see? Say, My Lord knows what is said in the heavens and the earth. He hears and knows. Nay, they say, a jumble of dreams, nay, he has forged it. Nay, he is a poet. But let him bring us a sign as those of yore were sent. No city before them which we destroyed believed, how will they believe? Nor did we send before them any but men whom we inspired? Ask ye the people of the Scriptures if ye do not know. Nor did we make them bodies not to eat food, nor were they immortal. Yet we made our promise to them good, and we saved them and whom we pleased. But we destroyed those who committed excesses. We have sent down to you a book in which is a reminder for you. Have ye then no sense? How many a city which had done wrong have we broken up, and raised up after it another people? And when they perceived our violence they ran away from it. Run not away, but return to what ye delighted in, and to your dwellings. Haply ye will be questioned. Said they, O woe is us! Verily we were wrongdoers. And that ceased not to be their cry until we made them moan down, smoldering out. We did not create the heaven and the earth and what is between the two in play. Had we wished to take to a sport, we would have taken to one from before ourselves, had we been bent on doing so. Nay, we hurl the truth against falsehood, and it crashes into it, and lo, it vanishes. But woe to you for what ye attribute to God. He knows what is before them and what is behind them, and they shall not intercede except for him whom he is pleased with, and they shrink through fear. And whoso of them should say, Verily, I am God instead of him, such a one we recompense with hell. Thus do we recompense the wrongdoers. Do not those who misbelieve see that the heavens and the earth were both solid, and we burst them asunder, and we made from water every living thing? Will they then not believe? And we placed on the earth firm mountains lest it should move with them, and he made therein open roads for paths. Haply they may be guided. And we made the heaven a guarded roof. Yet from our signs they turn aside. He it is who created the night and the day, and the sun and the moon, each floating in a sky. We never made for any mortal before the immortality. What, if thou shouldst die, will they live on for aye? Every soul shall taste of death. We will test them with evil and with good, as a trial, and unto us shall they return. And when those who misbelieve see thee, they only take thee for a jest. Is this he who mentions your gods? Yet they at the mention of the merciful do disbelieve. Man is created out of haste. I will show you my signs. But do not hurry me. And they say, When will this threat come to pass? If ye tell the truth? Did those who misbelieve but know when the fire shall not be warded off from their faces nor from their backs, and they shall not be helped? Nay, it shall come on them suddenly, and shall dumbfounder them, and they shall not be able to repel it, nor shall they be respite. Prophets before thee have been mocked at, but that whereat they jested encompassed those who mocked. Say, Who shall guard you by night and by day from the merciful? Nay, but they from the mention of their Lord do turn aside. Have they gods to defend them against us? These cannot help themselves, nor shall they be abetted against us. Nay, but we have granted enjoyment to these men and to their fathers whilst life was prolonged. Do they not see that we come to the land and shorten its borders? Shall they then prevail? Say, I only warn you by inspiration. But the deaf hear not the call when they are warned. But if a blast of the torment of thy Lord touches them, they will surely say, Oh, woe is us! Verily, we were wrongdoers. We will place just balances upon the resurrection day, and no soul shall be wronged at all. Even though it be the weight of a grain of mustard seed, we will bring it, for we are good enough at reckoning up. We did give to Moses and Aaron the discrimination, and a light and a reminder to those who fear, who are afraid of their Lord in secret, and who at the hour do shrink. This is a blessed reminder which we have sent down. Will ye then deny it? And we gave Abraham a right direction before, for about him we knew, when he said to his father and to his people, What are these images to which ye pay devotion? Said they, We found our fathers serving them. Said he, Both you and your fathers have been in obvious error. They said, Dost thou come to us with the truth, or art thou but of those who play? He said, Nay, but your Lord is Lord of the heavens and the earth, which he originated. And I am of those who testify to this, and, by God, I will plot against your idols after ye have turned and shown me your backs. So he brake them all in pieces except a large one they had, that haply they might refer it to that. Said they, Who has done this with our gods? Verily, he is of the wrongdoers. They said, We heard a youth mention them who is called Abraham. Said they, Then bring him before the eyes of men, haply they will bear witness. Said they, Was it thou who did this to our gods, O Abraham? Said he, Nay, it was this largest of them. But ask them if they can speak. Then they came to themselves and said, Verily, ye are the wrongdoers. Then they turned upside down again. Thou knewest that these cannot speak. Said he, Will ye then serve, beside God, what cannot profit you at all, nor harm you? Fie upon you, and what ye serve beside God. Have ye then no sense? Said they, Burn him and help your gods, if ye are going to do so. We said, O fire, be thou cool and a safety for Abraham. They desired to plot against him, but we made them the losers. And we brought him and Lot safely to the land which we have blessed for the world. And we bestowed upon him Isaac and Jacob as a fresh gift, and each of them we made righteous persons. And we made them high priests to guide men by our bidding, and we inspired them to do good works, and to be steadfast in prayer, and to give alms, and they did serve us. And Lot, to him we gave judgment and knowledge, and we brought him safely out of the city which had done vile acts. Verily, they were a people who wrought abominations, and we made him enter into our mercy. Verily, he was of the righteous. And Noah, when he cried aforetime, and we answered him and saved him and his people from the mighty trouble, and we helped him against the people who said our signs were lies. Verily, they were a bad people, so we drowned them all together. And David and Solomon, when they gave judgment concerning the field, when some people's sheep had strayed therein at night, and we testified to their judgment, and this we gave Solomon to understand. To each of them we gave judgment and knowledge, and to David we subjected the mountains to celebrate our praises, and the birds too, it was we who did it. And we taught him the art of making coats of mail for you, to shield you from each other's violence. Are ye then grateful? And to Solomon we subjected the wind blowing stormily, to run on at his bidding to the land which we have blessed. For all things did we know, and some devils to dive for him, and to do other works beside that, and we kept guard over them. And Job, when he cried to his Lord, As for me, harm has touched me, but thou art the most merciful of the merciful ones. And we answered him, and removed from him the distress that was upon him. And we gave his family, and the like of them with them, as a mercy from us, and a remembrance to those who serve us. And Ishmael, and Idris, and Deuel-Kiphel, all of these were of the patient. And we made them enter into our mercy. Verily, they were among the righteous. And Deunan, when he went away in wrath and thought that we had no power over him, and he cried out in the darkness, There is no God but thou, celebrated be thy praise. Verily, I was of the evildoers. And we answered him, and saved him from the trouble. Thus do we save believers. And Zechariah, when he cried unto his Lord, O Lord, leave me not alone, for thou art the best of heirs. And we answered him, and bestowed upon him John, and we made his wife right for him. Verily, these vied in good works, and called on us with longing and dread, and were humble before us. And she who guarded her private parts, and we breathed into her of our spirit, and we made her and her son a sign unto the worlds. Verily, this your nation is one nation, and I am your Lord, so serve me. But they cut up their affair amongst themselves. They all shall return to us, and he who acts aright, and he who is a believer, there is no denial of his efforts, for verily we will write them down for him. There is a ban upon a city which we have destroyed that they shall not return, until Yagug and Magug are let out, and they from every hummock shall glide forth. And the true promise draws nigh, and lo, they are staring the eyes of those who misbelieve. O woe is us! We were heedless of this, nay, we were wrongdoers. Verily ye and what ye serve beside God shall be the pebbles of hell, to it shall ye go down. Had these been gods, they would not have gone down thereto. But all shall dwell therein for aye. For them therein is groaning, but they therein shall not be heard. Verily, those for whom the good reward from us was foreordained, they from it shall be kept far away. They shall not hear the slightest sound thereof, and they in what their souls desire shall dwell for aye. The greatest terror shall not grieve them, and the angels shall meet them, saying, This is your day which ye were promised, the day when we will roll up the heavens as a sigil rolls up the books. As we produced it at its first creation, will we bring it back again, a promise binding upon us. Verily, we are going to do it. And already have we written in the Psalms after the reminder that, the earth shall my righteous servants inherit. Verily, in this is preaching for a people who serve me. We have only sent thee as a mercy to the worlds. Say, I am only inspired that your God is one God. Are ye then resigned? But if they turn their backs, say, I have proclaimed war against all alike, but I know not if what ye are threatened with be near or far. Verily, he knows what is spoken openly, and he knows what ye hide. I know not, haply it is a trial for you and a provision for a season. Say, my Lord, judge thou with truth, and our Lord is the merciful whom we ask for aid against what they ascribe. The chapter of the pilgrimage. 22. Mecca. In the name of the merciful and compassionate God. O ye folk, fear your Lord. Verily, the earthquake of the hour is a mighty thing. On the day ye shall see it, every suckling woman shall be scared away from that to which she gave suck, and every pregnant woman shall lay down her load. And thou shalt see men drunken, though they be not drunken. But the torment of God is severe. And amongst men is one who wrangles about God without knowledge, and follows every rebellious devil, against whom it is written down that whoso takes him for a patron, verily, he will lead him astray, and will guide him towards the torment of the blaze. O ye folk, if ye are in doubt about the raising of the dead, verily we created you from earth, then from a clot, then from congealed blood, then from a morsel shaped or shapeless, that we may explain to you. And we make what we please rest in the womb until an appointed time. Then we bring you forth babes. Then let you reach your full age. And of you are some who die, and of you are some who are kept back till the most decrepit age, till he knows no longer aught of knowledge. And ye see the earth parched, and when we send down water on it, it stirs and swells, and brings forth herbs of every beauteous kind. That is because God, he is the truth, and because he quickens the dead, and because he is mighty over all. And because the hour is coming, there is no doubt therein, and because God raises up those who are in the tombs. And amongst men is one who wrangles about God without knowledge or guidance or an illuminating book, twisting his neck from the way of God. For him is disgrace in this world, and we will make him taste, upon the resurrection day, the torment of burning. That is for what thy hands have done before, and for that God is not unjust unto his servants. And amongst men is one who serves God, wavering on a brink. And if there befall him good, he is comforted. But if there befall him a trial, he turns round again, and loses this world and the next. That is an obvious loss. He calls, besides God, on what can neither harm him nor profit him. That is a wide error. He calls on him whose harm is nigher than his profit, a bad lord and a bad comrade. Verily, God makes those who believe and do aright enter into gardens beneath which rivers flow. Verily, God does what he will. He who thinks that God will never help him in this world or the next, let him stretch a cord to the roof and put an end to himself, and let him cut it and see if his stratagem will remove what he is enraged at. Thus have we sent down manifest signs. For verily God guides whom he will. Verily those who believe and those who are Jews and the Sabaeans and the Christians and the Magians and those who join other gods with God, verily God will decide between them on the resurrection day. Verily God is witness over all. Do they not see that God, whosoever is in the heavens adores him, and whosoever is in the earth, and the sun, and the moon, and the stars, and the mountains, and the beasts, and many among men, though many a one deserves the torments? Whomsoever God abases, there is none to honor him. Verily, God does what he pleases. These are two disputants who dispute about their Lord, but those who misbelieve, for them are cut out garments of fire, there shall be poured over their heads boiling water, wherewith what is in their bellies shall be dissolved, and their skins too, and for them are maces of iron. Whenever they desire to come forth therefrom through pain, they are sent back into it. And taste ye the torment of the burning. Verily, God will make those who believe and do right enter into gardens beneath which rivers flow. They shall be bedecked therein with bracelets of gold and with pearls, and their garments therein shall be of silk, and they shall be guided to the goodly speech, and they shall be guided to the laudable way. Verily, those who misbelieve and who turn men away from God's path in the sacred mosque, which we have made for all men alike, the dweller therein, and the stranger, and he who desires therein profanation with injustice, we will make him taste grievous woe. And when we established for Abraham the place of the house, saying, Associate not with me, but cleanse my house for those who make the circuits, for those who stand to pray, for those who bow, and for those too who adore, and proclaim amongst men the pilgrimage. Let them come to you on foot and on every slim camel from every deep pass, that they may witness advantages for them, and may mention the name of God for the stated days over what God has provided them with of brute beasts. Then eat thereof and feed the badly off, the poor. Then let them finish the neglect of their person, and let them pay their vows and make the circuit round the old house. That do. And whoso magnifies the sacred things of God, it is better for him with his Lord. Cattle are lawful for you, except what is recited to you, and avoid the abomination of idols, and avoid speaking falsely, being hanifs to God, not associating aught with him. For he who associates aught with God, it is as though he had fallen from heaven, and the birds snatch him up, or the wind blows him away into a far distant place. That and he who makes grand the symbols of God, they come from piety of heart. Therein have ye advantages for an appointed time. Then the place for sacrificing them is at the old house. To every nation have we appointed rites, to mention the name of God over what he has provided them with of brute beasts. And your God is one God, to him then be resigned, and give glad tidings to the lowly, whose hearts when God is mentioned are afraid, and to those who are patient of what befalls them, and to those who are steadfast in prayer and of what we have given them expend in alms. The bulky camels, we have made for you one of the symbols of God. Therein have ye good. So mention the name of God over them as they stand in a row, and when they fall down, dead eat of them, and feed the easily contented and him who begs. Thus have we subjected them to you. Haply ye may give thanks. Their meat will never reach to God, nor yet their blood, but the piety from you will reach to him. Thus hath he subjected them to you, that ye may magnify God for guiding you, and give thou glad tidings to those who do good. Verily, God will defend those who believe. Verily, God loves not any misbelieving traitor. Permission is given to those who fight because they have been wronged. And verily, God to help them has the might, who have been driven forth from their homes undeservedly, only for that they said, Our Lord is God. And were it not for God's repelling some men with others, cloisters and churches and synagogues and mosques, wherein God's name is mentioned much, would be destroyed. But God will surely help him who helps him. Verily, God is powerful, mighty, who, if we stablish them in the earth, are steadfast in prayer, and give alms, and bid what is right, and forbid what is wrong. And God's is the future of affairs. But if they call thee liar, the people of Noah called him liar before them, as did Ad and Thamid, and the people of Abraham, and the people of Lot, and the fellows of Midian. And Moses was called a liar too. But I let the misbelievers range at large, and then I seized on them, and how great was the change. And how many a city have we destroyed while it yet did wrong, and it was turned over on its roofs, and how many, a deserted well and lofty palace, have they not traveled on through the land? And have they not hearts to understand with, or ears to hear with? For it is not their eyes which are blind, but blind are the hearts which are within their breasts. They will bid thee hasten on the torment, but God will never fail in his promise. For verily, a day with thy Lord is as 1,000 years of what ye number. And to how many a city have I given full range while it yet did wrong? Then I seized on it, and unto me was the return. Say, O ye folk, I am naught but a plain warner to you, but those who believe and do right, for them is forgiveness and a generous provision. But those who strive to discredit our signs, they are the fellows of hell. We have not sent before thee any apostle or prophet, but that when he wished, Satan threw not something into his wish, but God annuls what Satan throws. Then does God confirm his signs, and God is knowing, wise to make what Satan throws a trial unto those in whose hearts is sickness, and those whose hearts are hard. And verily, the wrongdoers are in a wide schism, and that those who have been given the knowledge may know that it is the truth from thy Lord, and may believe therein, and that their hearts may be lowly. For verily, God surely will guide those who believe into a right way. But those who misbelieve will not cease to be in doubt thereof until the hour comes on them suddenly, or there comes on them the torment of the barren day. The kingdom on that day shall be God's, he shall judge between them. And those who believe and do aright shall be in gardens of pleasure. But those who misbelieve and say our signs are lies, these for them is shameful woe. And those who flee in God's way, and then are slain or die, God will provide them with a goodly provision. For verily God is the best of providers. He shall surely make them enter by an entrance that they like. For verily God is knowing element. That is so. Whoever punishes with the like of what he has been injured with, and shall then be outraged again, God shall surely help him. Verily God pardons, forgives. That for that God joins on the night to the day, and joins on the day to the night, and that God is hearing, seeing. That is for that God is the truth, and for that what ye call on beside him is falsehood, and that God is the high, the great. Hast thou not seen that God sends down from the sky water, and on the morrow the earth is green? Verily God is kind and well aware. His is what is in the heavens and what is in the earth. And verily God is rich and to be praised. Hast thou not seen that God has subjected for you what is in the earth, and the ship that runs on in the sea at his bidding, and he holds back the sky from falling on the earth save at his bidding? Verily, God to men is gracious, merciful. He it is who quickens you, then makes you die, then will he quicken you again. Verily, man is indeed ungrateful. For every nation have we made rites which they observe. Let them not then dispute about the matter, but call upon thy Lord. Verily, thou art surely in a right guidance. But if they wrangle with thee, say, God best knows what ye do. God shall judge between them on the resurrection day concerning that whereon they disagreed. Didst thou not know that God knows what is in the heavens and the earth? Verily, that is in a book. Verily, that for God is easy. And they serve beside God what he has sent down no power for, and what they have no knowledge of. But the wrongdoers shall have none to help them. When our signs are read to them manifest, thou mayest recognize in the faces of those who misbelieve disdain. They well nigh rush at those who recite to them our signs. Say, shall I inform you of something worse than that for you, the fire which God has promised to those who misbelieve? An evil journey shall it be. O ye folk, parable is struck out for you, so listen to it. Verily, those on whom ye call beside God could never create a fly if they all united together to do it. And if the fly should despoil them of aught, they could not snatch it away from it. Weak is both the seeker and the sought. They do not value God at his true value. Verily, God is powerful, mighty. God chooses apostles of the angels and of men. Verily, God hears and sees. He knows what is before them and what is behind them, and unto God affairs return. O ye who believe, bow down and adore, and serve your Lord, and do well, haply ye may prosper, and fight strenuously for God, as is his due. He has elected you, and has not put upon you any hindrance by your religion, the faith of your father Abraham. He has named you Muslims before and in this book, that the apostle may be a witness against you, and that ye may be witnesses against men. Be ye then steadfast in prayer, and give alms, and hold fast by God. He is your sovereign, and an excellent sovereign, and an excellent help. The chapter of believers. 23. Mecca. In the name of the merciful and compassionate God. Prosperous are the believers who in their prayers are humble, and who from vain talk turn aside, and who in almsgiving are active, and who guard their private parts except for their wives or what their right hands possess, for then, verily, they are not to be blamed. But whoso craves aught beyond that, they are the transgressors, and who observe their trusts and covenants, and who guard well their prayers. These are the heirs who shall inherit paradise. They shall dwell therein for aye. We have created man from an extract of clay. Then we made him a clot in a sure depository. Then we created the clot congealed blood, and we created the congealed blood a morsel. Then we created the morsel bone, and we clothed the bone with flesh. Then we produced it another creation. And blessed be God, the best of creators. Then shall ye after that surely die. Then shall ye on the day of resurrection be raised. And we have created above you 7 roads. Nor are we heedless of the creation. And we send down from the heaven water by measure, and we make it rest in the earth. But verily we are able to take it away. And we produce for you thereby gardens of palms and grapes, wherein ye have many fruits, and whence ye eat. And a tree growing out of Mount Sinai which produces oil, and a condiment for those who eat. And verily ye have a lesson in the cattle. We give you to drink of what is in their bellies. And ye have therein many advantages, and of them ye eat, and on them and on ships ye are borne. We sent Noah unto his people, and he said, O my people, worship God. Ye have no God but him. Do ye then not fear? Said the chiefs of those who misbelieved among his people. This is nothing but a mortal like yourselves who wishes to have preference over you, and had God pleased he would have sent angels. We have not heard of this amongst our fathers of yore. He is nothing but a man possessed. Let him bide then for a season. Said he, Help me, for they call me liar. And we inspired him. Make the ark under our eyes an inspiration. And when the oven boils over, conduct into it of every kind too with thy family, except him of them against whom the word has passed. And do not address me for those who do wrong, verily, they are to be drowned. But when thou art settled, thou and those with thee in the ark, say, Praise belongs to God, who saved us from the unjust people. And say, My Lord, make me to alight in a blessed alighting place. For thou art the best of those who cause men to alight. Verily, in that is a sign, and verily we were trying them. Then we raised up after them another generation, and we sent amongst them a prophet of themselves, saying, Serve God, ye have no God but he, will ye then not fear? Said the chiefs of his people who misbelieved, and called the meeting of the last day a lie, and to whom we gave enjoyment in the life of this world. This is only a mortal like yourselves, who eats of what ye eat, and drinks of what ye drink. And if ye obey a mortal like yourselves, verily, ye will then be surely losers. Does he promise you that when ye are dead, and have become dust and bones, that then ye will be brought forth? Away, away with what ye are threatened. There is only our life in the world. We die and we live, and we shall not be raised. He is only a man who forges against God a lie. And we believe not in him. Said he, My Lord, help me, for they call me liar. He said, Within a little they will surely awake repenting. And the noise seized them deservedly, and we made them as rubbish borne by a torrent. So away with the unjust people. Then we raised up after them other generations. No nation can anticipate its appointed time, nor keep it back. Then we sent our apostles one after another. Whenever its apostle came to any nation they called him a liar, and we made some to follow others, and we made them legends. Away then with a people who do not believe. Then we sent Moses and his brother Aaron with our signs, and with plain authority to Pharaoh and his chiefs. But they were too big with pride, and were a haughty people. And they said, Shall we believe two mortals like ourselves, when their people are servants of ours? So they called them liars, and were of those who perished. And we gave Moses the book, that haply they might be guided. And we made the son of Mary and his mother a sign, and we lodged them both on a high place, furnished with security and a spring. O ye apostles, eat of the good things and do right. Verily what ye do I know, and verily, this nation of yours is one nation, and I am your Lord. So fear me. And they have become divided as to their affair amongst themselves into sects, each party rejoicing in what they have themselves. So leave them in their flood of error for a time. Do they reckon that of which we grant them such an extent of wealth and children, we hasten to them as good things, nay, but they do not perceive. Verily, those who shrink with terror at their Lord, and those who in the signs of their Lord believe, and those who with their Lord join none, and those who give what they do give while their hearts are afraid that they unto their Lord will return, these hasten to good things and are first to gain the same. But we will not oblige a soul beyond its capacity. For with us is a book that utters the truth, and they shall not be wronged. Nay, their hearts are in a flood of error at this, and they have works beside this which they do, until we catch the affluent ones amongst them with the torment. Then lo, they cry for aid. Cry not for aid today. Verily, against us ye will not be helped. My signs were recited to you, but upon your heels did ye turn back, big with pride at it too, in vain discourse by night. Is it that they did not ponder over the words, whether that has come to them which came not to their fathers of yore? Or did they not know their apostle, that they thus deny him? Or do they say, He is possessed by a jinn? Nay, he came to them with the truth, and most of them are averse from the truth. But if the truth were to follow their lusts, the heavens and the earth would be corrupted with all who in them are. Nay, we brought them their reminder, but they from their reminder turn aside. Or dost thou ask them for a tribute? But the tribute of thy Lord is better, for he is the best of those who provide. And verily thou dost call them to a right way. But verily those who believe not in the hereafter from the way do veer. But if we had mercy on them, and removed the distress they have, they would persist in their rebellion, blindly wandering on. And we caught them with the torment, but they did not abase themselves before their Lord, nor did they humble themselves, until we opened for them a door with grievous torment. Then lo, they are in despair. He it is who produced for you hearing, and sight, and minds, little is it that ye thank. And he it is who created you in the earth, and unto him shall ye be gathered. And he it is who gives you life and death, and his is the alternation of the night and the day. Have ye then no sense? Nay, but they said like that which those of your did say. They said, What? When we have become earth and bones, are we then going to be raised? We have been promised this, and our fathers too before. This is naught but old folks' tales. Say, whose is the earth and those who are therein? If ye but know, they will say, God's. Say, do ye not then mind? Say, who is Lord of the 7 heavens, and Lord of the mighty throne? They will say, God. Say, do ye not then fear? Say, in whose hand is the dominion of everything? He succors but is not succored. If ye did but know, they will say, God's. Say, then how can ye be so infatuated? Nay, we have brought them the truth, but verily they are liars. God never took a son, nor was there ever any God with him. Then each God would have gone off with what he had created, and some would have exalted themselves over others. Celebrated be his praises above what they attribute to him. He who knows the unseen and the visible, exalted be he above what they join with him. Say, my Lord, if thou shouldst show me what they are threatened, my Lord, then place me not amongst the unjust people. Repel evil by what is better. We know best what they attribute to thee. And say, my Lord, I seek refuge in thee from the incitings of the devils, and I seek refuge in thee from their presence. Until when death comes to any one of them, he says, my Lord, send ye me back. Haply I may do right in that which I have left. Not so. A mere word he speaks. But behind them is a bar until the day they shall be raised. And when the trumpet shall be blown, and there shall be no relation between them on that day, nor shall they beg of each other then. And he whose scales are heavy, they are the prosperous. But he whose scales are light, these are they who lose themselves, in hell to dwell for aye. The fire shall scorch their faces, and they shall curl their lips therein. Were not my signs recited to you? And ye said that they were lies. They say, our Lord, our misery overcame us, and we were a people who did err. Our Lord, take us out therefrom, and if we return, then shall we be unjust. He will say, go ye away into it, and speak not to me. Verily, there was a sect of my servants who said, our Lord, we believe, so pardon us, and have mercy upon us, for thou art the best of the merciful ones. And ye took them for a jest until ye forgat my reminder and did laugh thereat. Verily, I have recompensed them this day for their patience. Verily, they are happy now. He will say, how long a number of years did ye tarry on earth? They will say, we tarried a day or part of a day, but ask the numbers. He will say, ye have only tarried a little, were ye but to know it. Did ye then reckon that we created you for sport, and that to us ye would not return? But exalted be God, the true. There is no God but he, the Lord of the noble throne. And whoso calls upon another God with God has no proof of it. But verily, his account is with his Lord. Verily, the misbelievers shall not prosper. And say, Lord, pardon and be merciful, for thou art the best of the merciful ones. The chapter of light. 24. Medina. In the name of the merciful and compassionate God. A chapter which we have sent down and determined, and have sent down therein manifest signs. Haply ye may be mindful. The whore and the whoremonger. Scourge each of them with 100 stripes, and do not let pity for them take hold of you in God's religion, if ye believe in God and the last day, and let a party of the believers witness their torment. And the whoremonger shall marry none but a whore or an idolatress, and the whore shall none marry but an adulterer or an idolater. God has prohibited this to the believers, but those who cast imputations on chaste women and then do not bring 4 witnesses, scourge them with 80 stripes, and do not receive any testimony of theirs ever, for these are the workers of abomination, except such as repent after that and act aright, for verily God is forgiving and compassionate. And those who cast imputation on their wives and have no witnesses except themselves, then the testimony of one of them shall be to testify 4 times that, by God, he is of those who speak the truth. And the 5th testimony shall be that the curse of God shall be on him if he be of those who lie. And it shall avert the punishment from her if she bears testimony 4 times that, by God, he is of those who lie. And the 5th that the wrath of God shall be on her if he be of those who speak the truth. And were it not for God's grace upon you and his mercy, and that God is relenting wise, verily those who bring forward the lie, a band of you, reckon it not as an evil for you, nay, it is good for you. Every man of them shall have what he has earned of sin, and he of them who manage to aggravate it, for him is mighty woe. Why did not, when ye heard it, the believing men and believing women think good in themselves, and say, this is an obvious lie? Why did they not bring for witnesses to it? But since they did not bring the witnesses, then they in God's eyes are the liars. And but for God's grace upon you, and his mercy in this world and the next, there would have touched you, for that which ye spread abroad mighty woe. When ye reported it with your tongues, and spake with your mouths what ye had no knowledge of, and reckoned it a light thing, while in God's eyes it was grave. And why did ye not say when ye heard it, it is not for us to speak of this? Celebrated be his praises. This is a mighty calumny. God admonishes you that ye return not to the like of it ever, if ye be believers. And God manifests to you the signs, for God is knowing wise. Verily, those who love that scandal should go abroad amongst those who believe. For them is grievous woe in this world and the next. For God knows, but ye do not know. And but for God's grace upon you, and his mercy, and that God is kind and compassionate. O ye who believe, follow not the footsteps of Satan, for he who follows the footsteps of Satan, verily, he bids you sin and do wrong. And but for God's grace upon you and his mercy, not one of you would be ever pure. But God purifies whom he will, for God both hears and knows. And let not those amongst you who have plenty and ample means swear that they will not give aught to their kinsmen and the poor and those who have fled their homes in God's way, but let them pardon and pass it over. Do ye not like God to forgive you? And God is forgiving, compassionate. Verily, those who cast imputations on chaste women who are negligent but believing shall be cursed in this world and the next. And for them is mighty woe. The day when their tongues and hands and feet shall bear witness against them of what they did. On that day God will pay them their just due. And they shall know that God, he is the plain truth. The vile women to the vile men, and the vile men to the vile women, and the good women to the good men, and the good men to the good women. These are clear of what they say to them, forgiveness and a noble provision. O ye who believe, enter not into houses which are not your own houses, until ye have asked leave and saluted the people thereof. That is better for you. Haply ye may be mindful. And if ye find no one therein, then do not enter them until permission is given you. And if it be said to you, go back, then go back, it is purer for you. For God of what ye do doth know. It is no crime against you that ye enter uninhabited houses, a convenience for you. And God knows what ye show and what ye hide. Say to the believers that they cast down their looks and guard their private parts. That is purer for them. Verily, God is well aware of what they do. And say to the believing women that they cast down their looks and guard their private parts, and display not their ornaments except those which are outside. And let them pull their kerchiefs over their bosoms and not display their ornaments save to their husbands and fathers, or the fathers of their husbands, or their sons, or the sons of their husbands, or their brothers' sons, or their sisters' sons, or their women, or what their right hands possess, or their male attendants who are incapable, or to children who do not note women's nakedness, and that they beat not with their feet that their hidden ornaments may be known. But turn ye all repentant to God, O ye believers, haply ye may prosper. and marry the single amongst you, and the righteous among your servants and your handmaidens. If they be poor, God will enrich them of his grace, for God both comprehends and knows. And let those who cannot find a match, until God enriches them of his grace, keep chaste. And such of those whom your right hands possess as crave a writing, write it for them, if ye know any good in them, and give them of the wealth of God which he has given you. And do not compel your slave girls to prostitution, if they desire to keep continent, in order to crave the goods of the life of this world. But he who does compel them, then verily God after they are compelled is forgiving, compassionate. Now have we sent down to you manifest signs, and the like of those who have passed away before you, and as an admonition to those who fear. God is the light of the heavens and the earth. His light is as a niche in which is a lamp, and the lamp is in a glass. The glass is as though it were a glittering star. It is lit from a blessed tree, an olive neither of the east nor of the west, the oil of which would well nigh give light though no fire touched it, light upon light. God guides to his light whom he pleases, and God strikes out parables for men, and God all things doth know. In the houses God has permitted to be reared, and his name to be mentioned therein, his praises are celebrated therein mornings and evenings. Men whom neither merchandise nor selling divert from the remembrance of God and steadfastness in prayer and giving alms, who fear a day when hearts and eyes shall be upset, that God may recompense them for the best that they have clown, and give them increase of his grace. For God provides whom he pleases without count. But those who misbelieve, their works are like the mirage in a plain. The thirsty counts it water till when he comes to it he finds nothing. But he finds that God is with him, and he will pay him his account, for God is quick to take account. Or like darkness on a deep sea, there covers it a wave above which is a wave, above which is a cloud, darkness is one above the other. When one puts out his hand he can scarcely see it. For he to whom God has given no light, he has no light. Hast thou not seen that God, all who are in the heavens and the earth celebrate his praises, and the birds too spreading out their wings? Each one knows its prayer and its praise, and God knows what they do. Hast thou not seen that God drives the clouds, and then reunites them, and then accumulates them, and thou mayest see the rain coming forth from their midst? And he sends down from the sky mountains with hail therein, and he makes it fall on whom he pleases, and he turns it from whom he pleases. The flashing of his lightning well nigh goes off with their sight. God interchanges the night and the day. Verily, in that is a lesson to those endowed with sight. And God created every beast from water, and of them is one that walks upon its belly, and of them one that walks upon 2 feet, and of them one that walks upon 4. God creates what he pleases. Verily, God is mighty over all. Now have we sent down manifest signs, and God guides whom he pleases unto the right way. They will say, We believe in God and in the apostle, and we obey. Then a sect of them turn their backs after that, and they are not believers. And when they are called to God and his apostle to judge between them, lo, a sect of them do turn aside. But had the right been on their side, they would have come to him submissively enough. Is there a sickness in their hearts? Or do they doubt? Or do they fear lest God and his apostle should deal unfairly by them? Nay, it is they who are unjust. The speech of the believers, when they are called to God and his apostle to judge between them, is only to say, We hear and we obey. And these it is who are the prosperous, for whoso obeys God and his apostle and dreads God and fears him, these it is who are the happy. They swear by God with their most strenuous oath that hadst thou ordered them they would surely go forth. Say, Do not swear reasonable obedience. Verily, God knows what ye do. Say, Obey God and obey the apostle. But if ye turn your backs, he has only his burden to bear, and ye have only your burden to bear. But if ye obey him, ye are guided. But the apostle has only his plain message to deliver. God promises those of you who believe and do right that he will give them the succession in the earth as he gave the succession to those before them, and he will establish for them their religion which he has chosen for them, and to give them, after their fear, safety in exchange. They shall worship me, they shall not associate aught with me. But whoso disbelieves after that, those it is who are the sinners. And be steadfast in prayer and give alms and obey the apostle. Haply ye may obtain mercy. Do not reckon that those who misbelieve can frustrate God in the earth, for their resort is the fire, and an ill journey shall it be. O ye who believe, let those whom your right hands possess And those amongst you who have not reached puberty, ask leave of you 3 times, before the prayer of dawn, and when ye put off your clothes at noon, and after the evening prayer, 3 times of privacy for you. There is no crime on either you or them after these, while ye are continually going one about the other. Thus does God explain to you his signs, for God is knowing, wise. And when your children reach puberty, let them ask leave as those before them asked leave. Thus does God explain to you his signs, for God is knowing, wise. And those women who have stopped childbearing, who do not hope for a match, it is no crime on them that they put off their clothes so as not to display their ornaments, but that they abstain is better for them, for God both hears and knows. There is no hindrance to the blind, and no hindrance to the lame, and no hindrance to the sick, and none upon yourselves that you eat from your houses, or the houses of your fathers, or the houses of your mothers, or the houses of your brothers, or the houses of your sisters, or the houses of your paternal uncles, or the houses of your paternal aunts, or the houses of your maternal uncles, or the houses of your maternal aunts, or what ye possess the keys of, or of your friend. There is no crime on you that ye eat all together or separately. And when ye enter houses, then greet each other with a salutation from God, blessed and good. Thus does God explain to you his signs, haply ye may understand. Only those are believers who believe in God and his apostle, and when they are with him upon public business, go not away until they have asked his leave. Verily, those who ask thy leave, they it is who believe in God and his apostle. But when they ask thy leave for any of their own concerns, then give leave to whomsoever thou wilt of them, and ask pardon for them of God. Verily, God is forgiving and merciful. Make not the calling of the apostle amongst yourselves like your calling one to the other. God knows those of you who withdraw themselves covertly. And let those who disobey his order beware lest there befall them some trial, or there befall them grievous woe. God's is what is in the heavens and the earth. He knows what ye are at. And the day ye shall be sent back to him, then he will inform you of what ye have done. For God all things doth know. The chapter of the discrimination. 25. Mecca. In the name of the merciful and compassionate God. Blessed be he who sent down the discrimination to his servant, that he might be unto the world a warner, whose is the kingdom of the heavens and the earth, and who has not taken to himself a son, and who has no partner in his kingdom, and created everything, and then decreed it determinately. And they take beside him gods who create not aught, but are themselves created, and cannot control for themselves harm or profit, and cannot control death or life or resurrection. And those who misbelieve say, this is nothing but a lie which he has forged, and another people hath helped him at it. But they have wrought an injustice and a falsehood. And they say, old folks' tales, which he has got written down while they are dictated to him morning and evening. Say, he sent it down who knows the secret in the heavens and the earth. Verily, he is ever forgiving, merciful. And they say, what ails this prophet that he eats food and walks in the markets? Unless there be sent down to him an angel and be a warner with him, or there be thrown to him a treasury, or he have a garden to eat therefrom. And the unjust say, ye only follow an infatuated man. See how they strike out for thee parables, and err and cannot find a way. Blessed be he who, if he please, can make for thee better than that, gardens beneath which rivers flow, and can make for thee castles. Nay, but they call the hour a lie. But we have prepared for those who call the hour a lie ablaze. When it seizes them from a far-off place, they shall hear its raging and roaring. And when they are thrown into a narrow place thereof, fastened together, they shall call there for destruction. Call not today for one destruction, but call for many destructions. Say, is that better, or the garden of eternity which was promised to those who fear, which is ever for them a recompense and a retreat? They shall have therein what they please, to dwell therein for aye. That is of thy Lord a promise to be demanded. And the day he shall gather them and what they served beside God, and he shall say, was it ye who led my servants here astray, or did they err from the way? They shall say, celebrated be thy praise. It was not befitting for us to take any patrons but thee. But thou didst give them and their fathers enjoyment until they forgot the reminder and were a lost people. And now have they proved you liars for what ye say, and they cannot ward off or help. And he of you who does wrong, we will make him taste great torment. We have not sent before thee any messengers, but that they ate food and walked in the markets. But we have made some of you a trial to others. Will ye be patient? Thy Lord doth ever look. And those who do not hope to meet us say, unless the angels be sent down to us, or we see our Lord. They are too big with pride in their souls, and they have exceeded with a great excess. The day they shall see the angels, no glad tidings on that day for the sinners, and they shall say, it is rigorously forbidden, and we will go on to the works which they have done, and make them like motes in a sunbeam scattered. The fellows of paradise on that day shall be in a better abiding place and a better noonday rest. The day the heavens shall be cleft asunder with the clouds, and the angels shall be sent down descending. The true kingdom on that day shall belong to the merciful, and it shall be a hard day for the misbelievers. And the day when the unjust shall bite his hands and say, oh, would that I had taken away with the apostle! Oh, woe is me! Would that I had not taken such a one for a friend now, for he did lead me astray from the reminder after it had come to me. For Satan leaves man in the lurch. The apostle said, O my Lord, verily, my people have taken this Quran to be obsolete. Thus have we made for every prophet an enemy from among the sinners. But thy Lord is good guide and helper enough. Those who misbelieve said, unless the Quran be sent down to him all at once. Thus that we may stablish thy heart therewith, did we reveal it piecemeal. Nor shall they come to thee with a parable without our bringing thee the truth and the best interpretation. They who shall be gathered upon their faces to hell, these are in the worst place, and err most from the path. And we did give to Moses the book, and place with him his brother Aaron as a minister. And we said, go ye to the people who say our signs are lies, for we will destroy them with utter destruction. And the people of Noah, when they said the apostles were liars, we drowned them, and we made them a sign for men, and we prepared for the unjust a grievous woe. And Ad and Thamid and the people of Ar-Ras, and many generations between them. For each one have we struck out parables, and each one have we ruined with utter ruin. Why, they have come past the cities which were rained on with an evil rain. Have they not seen them? Nay, they do not hope to be raised up again. And when they saw thee, they only took thee for a jest. Is this he whom God has sent as an apostle? He well-nigh leads us astray from our gods, had we not been patient about them. But they shall know, when they see the torment, who errs most from the path. Dost thou consider him who takes his lusts for his God? Wilt thou then be in charge over him? Or dost thou reckon that most of them will hear or understand? They are only like the cattle, nay, they err more from the way. Hast thou not looked to thy Lord how he prolongs the shadow? But had he willed, he would have made it stationary. Then we make the sun a guide thereto. Then we contract it towards us with an easy contraction. And he it is who made the night for a garment, and sleep for repose, and made the day for men to rise up again. And he it is who sent the winds with glad tidings before his mercy. And we send down from the heavens pure water, to quicken therewith the dead country, and to give it for drink to what we have created, the cattle and many folk. We have turned it in various ways amongst them that they may remember, though most men refuse aught but to misbelieve. But, had we pleased, we would have sent in every city a warner. So obey not the unbelievers and fight strenuously with them in many a strenuous fight. He it is who has let loose the two seas, this one sweet and fresh, that one bitter and pungent, and has made between them a rigorous prohibition. And he it is who has created man from water, and has made for him blood relationship and marriage relationship. For thy Lord is mighty. Yet they worship beside God what can neither profit them nor harm them. But he who misbelieves in his Lord backs up, the devil. We have only sent thee to give glad tidings and to warn. Say, I ask you not for it a hire unless one please to take unto his Lord away. And rely thou upon the living one who dies not, and celebrate his praise, for he knows well enough about the thoughts of his servants. He who created the heavens and the earth, and what is between them in 6 days, and then made for the throne. The merciful one, ask concerning him of one who is aware. And when it is said, adore ye the merciful, they say, what is the merciful? Shall we adore what thou dost order us? And it only increases their aversion. Blessed be he who placed in the heavens zodiacal signs, and placed therein the lamp and an illuminating moon, And he it is who made the night and the day alternating for him who desires to remember or who wishes to be thankful. And the servants of the merciful are those who walk upon the earth lowly, and when the ignorant address them, say, Peace. And those who pass the night adoring their Lord and standing, and those who say, O our Lord, turn from us the torment of hell. Verily, its torments are persistent. Verily, they are evil as an abode and a station. And those who when they spend are neither extravagant nor miserly, but who ever take their stand between the two, and who call not upon another God with God, and kill not the soul which God has prohibited save deservedly, and do not commit fornication. For he who does that shall meet with a penalty. Doubled for him shall be the torment on the resurrection day, and he shall be therein for aye despised. Save he who turns again and believes and does a righteous work. For as to those, God will change their evil deeds to good. For God is ever forgiving, merciful. And he who turns again and does right, verily, he turns again to God repentant. And those who do not testify falsely, and when they pass by frivolous discourse, pass by it honorably. And those who when they are reminded of the signs of their Lord do not fall down there at deaf and blind. And those who say, Our Lord, grant us from our wives and seed that which may cheer our eyes, and make us models to the pious. These shall be rewarded with a high place for that they were patient. And they shall meet therein with salutation and peace, to dwell therein for aye. A good abode and station shall it be. Say, My Lord cares not for you though you should not call on him. And ye have called the apostle a liar, but it shall be a punishment, which ye cannot shake off.